5 Pisces man weaknesses in love. If you have a Pisces man in your life, it's good to know both his strengths and weaknesses. And this man does have multiple, serious weaknesses. So, what are they? A Pisces man's weaknesses in love include being sensitive and insecure, making him completely emotional about big and small things. He is also a pessimist, which makes him indecisive, especially with his relationships because of his negative thinking. He can be very dependent on you, and this can make him obsessively clingy at times. And, with this, we've just scratched the surface here. Before we dive into more details about his weaknesses, let's first take a look at what it's like to date this man. Dating a Pisces man. A Pisces man is a loyal and dedicated partner, and he will not want to let go of someone who is a good match for him. He would never intentionally harm you because your pain is his pain, and he can't take it when he watches other people suffer in pain. He never wants to be the cause of your tears, and therefore, he is typically too loyal for infidelity. A Pisces man wears his heart on his sleeve, so you won't have to make any wild guesses about what he is thinking or feeling. A Pisces man will never hide his feelings for you, and he will say those 3 tiny words if he truly loves you, but if he is angry with you, he'll cry uncontrollably. He expresses himself plainly, no matter how he is feeling. Emotion is more important to Pisces men than reasoning, and they hardly ever utilize common sense. A Pisces man makes judgments based on his values and what feels right because he isn't analytical like the other signs of the zodiac. He is rash and uncontrollable, so he trusts his intuition and follows his gut. Pisces men love mankind and believe people are fundamentally nice at heart, just the way he is pure with his intentions. He is also very trusting, therefore others can readily take advantage of his generosity. He sees the best in others and doesn't always pick up on the red flags. It's relatively simple to deceive or persuade him to do what you want. This is due to his assumption that everyone has good intentions, and as a result, his huge heart can get him into a lot of trouble. For example, he may stay in a toxic setting or toxic relationship far longer than is necessary. Pisces men are moody. They think with their hearts instead of thinking with their heads. When a Pisces man is hurt, it takes him a long time to recover. He may claim to forgive you, but he will continue to hold a grudge against you. Because he can't get over his broken heart, your Pisces man covertly carries grudges for extended periods of time, and he struggles to plan for the future because he is too preoccupied with the past. Okay, now that you know a little more about dating a Pisces man, let me remind you to smash that like button. 5 weaknesses of Pisces man in love. 1. He is sensitive. Being sensitive is nice, but a Pisces man can be overly emotional at times, projecting his weaknesses onto those closest to him, and because of his refusal to deal with reality, he is sometimes labeled as irrational. He also has a proclivity to victimize himself without considering the opinions of others, so he'll be extremely sensitive because he's very in tune with his emotions. Furthermore, he has a clinging characteristic about him, and because he needs to give and receive love to feel complete, Pisces men are prone to entering unhealthy relationships. He's quite sensitive, and it's in his nature for him to disappear for alone time when he's feeling overwhelmed, only to reappear needy because he wants to express himself through his feelings and gestures rather than through thinking and talking. Your Pisces man requires you to be very open with him, and your chances of remaining together with him are small if you aren't emotionally compatible. 2. He is insecure. Your Pisces man is cautious because he lacks self-assurance and is always worried about some things, so it is easy for him to become attached to someone he cherishes. As a result, he'll strive to please you without disappointing you, and he'll become miserable if any communication appears to be tough. This has a detrimental impact on his morale, which can also have a negative impact on many of his relationships. If a Pisces man doesn't believe he's capable and deserving of a great woman, he'll always question why she chose to be with him. Your Pisces man's poor self-esteem stems from his tendency to frequently question himself and his abilities. So, when he succeeds, he worries that it isn't enough. When he fails, he might be overly emotional and act as if the world has ended. 3. He is indecisive. He lacks decision-making abilities and is hesitant to make the first step, earning him a reputation for being passive. His laid-back attitude toward life makes it difficult for him to take the right action and navigate through his life effectively. Pisces men are typically indecisive because he has the ability to see all sides of an argument, and he is often upbeat and can see the advantages of each side. Furthermore, your Pisces man may be hesitant to commit since he can't necessarily decide which option is the best to choose for him. If you want to keep a Pisces man interested in you, be the person in his life who assists him when making tough decisions and don't put pressure on him when he is making a decision about your relationship. Instead, assist him when he is making decisions about other aspects of his life. When he sees how confident you are in your personal decisions, he will trust your relationship judgment as well. 4. He is pessimistic. If things aren't clearly spelled out for him or he can't figure out a predetermined path on his own, he will instinctively assume the worst, and when this occurs, he will leave as quickly as possible for safer waters. Your Pisces man has a very sensitive temperament and is for the reason he finds it difficult to deal well with life's obstacles. His pessimism stems from this weakness where he imagines the worst-case scenario in every situation. He rarely thinks positively, and when he does, something or someone throws his thoughts in the opposite direction, so when it comes to thinking, it's difficult to keep a Pisces man on track. He is an escapist not only because he wants to get away from the circumstance, but also because he is just simply pessimistic, so before taking any action, he'll begin to consider the negative aspects which can push him to the verge of giving up. 5. He is dependent. Your Pisces man has a tendency to be dependent on others, and he may be overly dependent on you for validation, and he may even be clingy at times. He may become dependent on you, and his neediness may appear comforting at first, but it will become a source of frustration with time. It is necessary to encourage a Pisces man to stand on his own 2 feet. Otherwise, your relationship could gradually devolve into a child-parent dynamic. Instead of acting like your partner, he can start acting like your son. Even if he was the one who was behaving clingy in the first place, he'll start to resent you, but he may still look to you for opinions on even the tiniest of matters. And he might look to you for approval as well. He's a really sensitive person, so he must be reassured that you appreciate him, otherwise he may become anxious and he could become dependent on you to justify his emotions. Pisces man's weaknesses in love. Final thoughts. The weaknesses of Pisces man in love are: he is sensitive. He is insecure. He is indecisive. He is pessimistic. He is dependent. If you've enjoyed this video and want more, make sure to like and subscribe.